didn't see you there. Don't mind me, I'm just building this tunnel to the Nether hub. I bet you want me to show the Nether hub to you, right? I will show you, but first I need to show something even better. My new skin. Are you ready? Ta-da! Yeah, it's exactly the same, but I have smaller eyes and a big smile. Yeah, but let's finish this tunnel here and see the Nether hub, right? That you probably saw in the time-lapse. And there is a time-lapse also of me digging all this area here to build the Nether hub, but I decided to leave that time-lapse in the end of the video because yeah, it of course took a lot of time to dig this, so the time-lapse is a little bit big. And yes, as you can see here, we have a big Nether hub, let's say. Yeah, and the idea of this Nether hub is to look like a beehive, right? And each tunnel is one goes on one of these hexagonals, right? And the hub itself is actually a octagonal shape, right? With 8 sides. And I was gonna do a hexagonal shape, but it's better to do a octagonal shape to make the tunnels, right? Because then if the tunnel is pretty much just a straight line, you're just doing one of these three, right? And if it's the portal is in a diagonal, you're doing one of those, right? And yeah, here you can see the portal that goes to spawn, right, to 0, 0. Right here, exactly here we have a spawn anchor in 0, 0. And yeah, it's missing one charge because yeah, maybe I have died 1 or 5 times building this. Yeah, I actually died only one time while digging this, right? And then I died 4 more times while building the tunnels. Yeah, and you might be thinking, what was the hardest part of this project? Designing this in creative? It took 2 days to design this. Digging this here, well, it took 14 days, which is a lot of time, but I don't mind digging. Building this took 2 more days. Building the tunnels, it took 4 more days. But yeah, I still have a lot more tunnels to build the further ones, right? But yeah, the hardest part of this, of course, was the mobs. So let's see some statistics here. Yeah, as you can see, we killed 1,000 guesses. Maybe I had like 100, 200 before this project. And this wasn't that bad because I got like 10 stacks of gas tiers. And the only problem with the gas is that one time it exploded some shulker boxes of mine, but whatever, I lost like 3 shulker boxes with nether hack and basalt and useless stuff. But the real big problem, as you can imagine, the magma cubes. Yeah, I killed 20,000 and I'm 100% sure I didn't have even close to 1,000 before this project. Yeah, of course, because when you kill a big magma cube, it turns into 3 small ones and then into more smaller ones, right? So yeah, that's why this number is so high, and of course I died 4 times. Yeah, so the first time I died, I was trying to use invisibility potions so they don't see me, and it kind of works, but the problem is that the magma cubes, they don't really need to see you to damage you. They just need to be near you. So what happens is, while I was digging, one of the biggest magma cubes wandered close to me, and I died like in 1 second because of course I was without the armor. right? Because I was invisible. So yeah, that didn't work very well. And yeah, the other 4 times, one I died for lava, but it was because magma cube pushed me while I was building one tunnel here. And the other 3 times I died for the magma cubes is because they broke my helmet, actually. And I do have another helmet here if I want, and I have a lot of diamond helmets and netherite ingots to make more helmets, but I think I like my new look, helmetless dog. Yeah, and one fun thing that I want to show you guys is I think is this portal here. That's our swamp base that we worked in last episode. And yeah, this portal was exposed in the basalt deltas here while we were building, so a lot of the magma cubes wander inside the portal here. So, so yeah, as you can see, I almost died. Yeah, they kind of look pretty cool here, but yeah, I don't know if I want to keep them here because, yeah, as you saw when we teleport in the portal, we get a lot of damage. But yeah, let's go back to the Nether hub now that I want to show you guys the Nether tunnels if I don't die for this phantom. Okay, so here in the swamp base tunnel, as you can see, we made some banners to identify each portal, right? So this one is the swamp base, right? And where we have portals, we have this kind of rooms here, and yeah, most portals only have one way to the hub, right? But some have connections to other places. I will show some examples to you guys. Yeah, so for example, that tunnel there takes us to the desert base, right? So yeah, here is the desert tunnel, but we have 2 more tunnels here. This one I might change because it's kind of a little bit weird to fly here, right? Yeah, probably will change to just a drop down. But yeah, this is another tunnel that takes us to this portal here, that is the perimeter. And yeah, I might change also some of the banners, just tried some designs here, but I'm not sure. And this one here takes us to the end portal and to the piglin farm, right? To the piglin battering farm. So yeah, here is the end portal, and yeah, where I have some place to go to the end, I use the end stone bricks instead of black stone, right? Just to make it easier. And yeah, here, for example, we go to the battering farm, right? And yeah, here we go back to the hub. And yeah, let me show you guys how I designed the tunnels. So the parts that are straight like this, we have this packed ice here and rails on top. This is in case I need to use a boat or a minecart to move a mob or something, but mostly I will use rockets and fly over these tunnels. That's why I made them very high, right, to be easier to fly. And yeah, it's mostly blackstone or polished blackstone bricks, right? Slabs, stairs, and these honeycomb blocks. Yeah, so that's why we made that big honeycomb farm. And on the diagonal tunnels, I'm doing this here just so it's easier to connect the rails, right? And yeah, the design is kind of similar to that, but in a diagonal, right? So using the stairs like this, and the honeycombs on the walls and the roof, right? And I chose to use glowstone as lighting here because it's much easier to get than the shroom lights, right? Because I'm using shroom lights here, as you can see, right? And another tunnel is this one that goes to the Wither farm. Yeah, so this one, since we location in the Nether, we don't need another portal to go to the overworld. I left the room empty like this, and I did put buttons everywhere to stop spawns, right? Especially down in the hub there, right? Because there guests can spawn, so yeah. Yeah, so here we can go to the Wither farm. There's the Blaze farm there too. And there is this tunnel that goes back to the desert base that's also connected to the end in the perimeter like we showed, right? Yeah, so my initial idea with this hub was to make tunnels only to the strongholds, right? And then connect the strongholds to the other places, but I think it makes sense to make tunnels to the farms and places that are closer to the spawn, right? So for example, there we have a tunnel to the ice farm. There is the creeper farm. I still need to make a banner, right? The wither farm, that's the flower farm, the desert base, the swamp base, and that's our jungle base. That's also a stronghold, right? So yeah, that's the tunnels I made so far. But yeah, we still need to make the tunnels that go to the place that are much farther, right? So there will be tunnels like 500, 800 blocks long, so yeah, I still need to collect more materials, and I hope you guys can see it well in YouTube, right? Because of the YouTube compression, right? And all this fog here. The fog I actually can remove because I have the sodium extra mod here. Yeah, so we have some options here to remove the fog. And let's see it. Yeah, without the fog it's much easier to see, right? Yeah. Yeah, so as you can see here, it's pretty much a whole bunch of honeycomb blocks and black stone, right? And the honeycomb blocks were not really a problem because our farm is really fast. And the blackstone here, the polished blackstone bricks, like I said, it's from episode 26 where we mined the whole bastion, right? I did use some of those bricks in other projects, right? Like in the magma cube spawner and the honeycomb farm actually we made with these two. And we are actually, I think we have like 2 shulker box left on, and we had like a lot. We do still have a lot of the cracked polished blackstone bricks, but we can't craft the stairs and slabs with them, so they are not really that useful. But I did get a lot of blackstone mining here. I think I have about 30 shulker box or so now. Yeah, of course not everything was from mine here, some is from the veteran farm, and we also got like a lot of nether hacking, a lot of basalt. I think I have about 100 shulker boxes of each now. But yeah guys, I hope you guys liked this episode, yeah, because yeah, it took, like I said, about 18 days. Of course I didn't only worked here, right? I did, for example, the swamp base episode I did while I was digging this, right? So yeah, that's why that episode wasn't too big or didn't do too much progress, right? So yeah, I hope you guys liked this, and actually this Wednesday the channel will complete 1 year, or at least 1 year since I posted the first video. So there will be a little bit of a special video on that day, the 12th of May, right? And yeah, hope you guys watch that video too, and I see you in the next video. Bye!